Alright, I'm going to be making rice balls, which is a dish that is made in Japan and Korea. I got this idea from Cheap Lazy Vegan. Yeah, I was watching her video. I love Cheap Lazy Vegan, by the way. I will leave her linked in the comment section down below, or description box down below. But anyways, Cheap Lazy Vegan made these rice balls and they look so good, and I was remembering the time I went to Japan and I got rice balls from the 7-Eleven. So I'm going to be using this rice here. This is sweet rice, or mochi gome. So this should get nice and sticky, which will make a good rice ball. So we are going to make probably about 4 cups of rice. And we're going to be preparing this sushi style, so it will be nice and yummy. Okay, it looks like it's more like 3 cups of rice. 3.5 cups of rice. I'm going to just use all the rice here. So we need 7 cups of water. Close that up and cook it. Okay, next I'm going to be making a rutabaga kimchi, and I want to add some carrots to it. So I need, let's do 2 carrots, and I gotta peel those real quick. So we're going to be stuffing it with rutabaga kimchi and curry tuna salad. Now the kimchi you can make vegan if you get a vegan kimchi base. I wanted a vegan option, and then I also wanted a, I don't know, pescatarian option. I feel like eating some fish today. I actually had some shrimp while I was over at Safeway getting groceries, and I just got some green onions and some rice vinegar. That's why I didn't film it. But so nice to have shrimp, and it's really good shrimp too. Okay, so starting out with, I'm going to use the grating option on my food processor, or not my food processor, my salad shooter. So we got some carrots grated for our kimchi. Now I probably won't use all the kimchi in the rice balls, but that's fine. I love snacking on kimchi, so I will enjoy that too. Okay, now I'm switching out, I'm gonna rinse that out real quick, and I'm switching out the blade to the slicer. I guess you didn't even see me grating that, did you? Ah, camera angles. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, now you can. Okay, so I grated the carrots, and now I'm gonna slice the rutabagas. But first I have to peel the rutabagas. Okay, so the way I'm gonna cut these rutabagas is I'm going to try and cut them into quarters so we get small pieces, small slices of rutabaga. In fact, I might even cut them even more so, because I want nice small pieces. But I didn't want them to be grated because I want a variety of texture. Okay, so let's start slicing these. And they'll be a little uneven, but We'll see how they turn out. I'm doing it backwards. That turned out rather nicely. It's like little chips. So now we need our green onions. Those need to be rinsed. And then we can chop them. So we have a bunch of green onions here. Okay, add our green onions to our bowl. I think this is going to be a really yummy kimchi. I've had turnip kimchi before and I really liked it. You can make kimchi with just about any vegetable. So I have a little bit of kimchi base left over. This is probably about 1/4 cup of kimchi base. And I'm going to add that. And I'm going to add 3 packets of red pepper flakes. I think each one is probably about a teaspoon. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to add 1/2 bottle of seasoned rice vinegar. Now I'm going to mix it all up. Oh, and you know what we're missing? Garlic. What's kimchi without garlic? So I have 2 bulbs of garlic and we're going to use it all. Okay, our rice is done. So we need to take care of that real fast here. Don't worry about the kimchi, it'll soak. So I gotta move this back. So here is our rice here. It's nice and sticky and done. We're gonna transfer our rice. I think I'm gonna just put it in this big bowl here. Now really you should do this in a glass or a metal bowl when you make sushi rice, but I'm gonna use this bowl. This rice is very sticky, you can tell. This is a good type of rice to use for rice balls because it's very sticky. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some salt. We're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add some sugar, about 1/2 cup of sugar, and then we're going to add the rest of this rice vinegar here. Actually, I'm not sure if we're going to need it all. We might only need 1/4 of it. Let's see how it does here. Yeah, I think we only needed 1/2 of that. Because look, it's already good. That's plenty. So you want to mix that up. So we had about 1/4 of the bottle left. Yum! Sushi rice. And this will make it nice and sticky. I mean, look how sticky it is already. That is nice. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the fridge to cool. You want to let this cool completely before you start making the rice balls. Okay, back to this kimchi. I still got lots of garlic to peel here. I think I might add the rest of the rice vinegar to the kimchi just to make sure that it gets nice and pickled. And we're going to coarsely chop this garlic. Now I'm going to add the rest of the rice vinegar. I can see that this is pickling already because see how much it's shrunk inside the Tupperware. So it's definitely getting pickled quickly, which is good. That's what we want because by the time that rice is cool, we want this to be pickled so we can stuff it in our rice. Okay, I want to give this a little taste. I know it's not ready yet, but it's I gotta try my kimchi. That is delicious. Delicious. I love kimchi. So we're gonna put our lid on it and put it in the fridge to let it pickle. Now we're gonna be making our curry tuna salad for the pescatarian option. So I have about a cup of peas in here, and then we're gonna need another stalk of green onions, and this is my apricot curry aioli that I made the other day, and I'm going to use this in the tuna salad. So I will leave in the description box the link to the recipe for that. So I'm not sure how many cans of tuna we're gonna need. I think I'll cut up the vegetables first. We might need a bigger bowl, actually. Let's transfer this all to a bigger bowl. We'll use this one. Okay, so I guess I'll use all 3 of these cans of tuna here. And you want to drain off the tuna water. I'm going to give it to my cat because she loves tuna water. That's why my cat cries out every time I open a can, because she thinks it's tuna. Now I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. And then I need a spatula, but I'm going to add the curry. It's going to have a hint of sweetness with the apricot too, so that will be yummy. Okay, let's mix that all up in there. So I got to give a taste of this. Delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Okay. I'm going to put this in the fridge for when we are ready to make our rice balls. Okay, now we're going to make our rice balls, and I'm wearing gloves because the rice is very sticky. Alright, I have just a little bit of dashi. I have about a teaspoon of dashi, so we will use that. We're going to mix that dashi with some black sesame seeds. Let's add some toasted sesame seeds too. That gives it a little more color. Okay, so I guess this will be what we dip our rice balls into. So I'm going to grab a handful of rice, and I'm going to start out by making the kimchi rice balls. Look at how well that sticks together. So we need our kimchi over here and our seeds, and then we're going to make a little well inside the rice and take some kimchi and put it inside the rice there. And then we're going to push it down and make a ball around it. And then I think I'm even going to shape these into triangles, because that's the way the ones in Japan I had were. They were shaped into triangles. There we go. Got a bit of a triangle there. It's It's not perfect, but it will do. And then I have an idea. Take some nori strips, since we could not get that nori sheet to break apart, and we're going to press the nori strip on to the bottom, and then let's this is a little messier than I thought, but it doesn't want to stay. There we go. There's our little rice cake thing that has kimchi in it. So we're gonna make another one. So I'm shaping it like a triangle again. And I think I'm gonna dip it before I add the seaweed. So dip the tip. That's what he said. Just gonna dip the tip. There's a reason why I censor my channel, because I cannot censor myself. Okay. This is more time consuming than I thought. Well, I only need to make a couple of these for right now to eat, and I can make more of them later. So I think I'm going to stop making the kimchi ones, and I'm going to make a couple of the tuna salad ones. Now, this tuna salad is pretty good. I made a sandwich with it earlier. Now, another thing you could use is furikake. I was going to put some furikake in the bowl and dip the tuna ones in the furikake, but I have so much of that of this left that I think I'm just gonna dip the tuna ones in that too. I don't know, maybe it'll look prettier if I use the furikake. I'll use the furikake. Okay, we got some tuna salad there. This is definitely not as pretty as Cheap Lazy Vegan's rice balls. But this is my first time making them. So I'm going to shape this one like a triangle again. Now we want some furikake on there. I'm going to go ahead and dump this in here because I'm not making any more vegan ones. I was just showing an example of what you can do for a vegan one. So here's the tuna one with salmon furikake, and I'm gonna put a strip of nori on there. Yum! I can't wait to eat these. They're gonna be so good. Okay, let's make one more, and then I will make more later when I'm hungry, because this is gonna be pretty filling. But hey, I worked out a lot yesterday. Went for a pretty long walk. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do is just mix this up in here, because look, we got the salmon and the sesame seeds, and I'm gonna dip that in there. Ooh. Then we get a mix of it all. Yummy. And then we have one last sushi nori strip that we can put on there. And there we have are rice balls, which are definitely a challenge to make. Mine are definitely not perfect, but they're delicious. I know it, they are. I'm gonna do a little eat with me where I eat these, and they were fun to make, but definitely a challenge, and I'm sure I'll get better at them with practice.